peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
From the islands, from the east to the west side, that's my land. The secret was my home. So that's my home. So when me been a suffer, nobody not been a fight for me. Now everybody want a piece of. We started reach the single and where before them bring exam to find a health for me. We know how that fill up their minds, you see. And how that make them a rival way. Me just wish them could have seen all of the ends. They been a suffer like that. Me say forever, forever and ever. A secret boy my home. A secret boy my own. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but that secret boy is forever my home. Remember childhood days, the by the riverside and laugh and play. The black water when I learned to swim back then, still living in my memories. Always try live good with neighbors. From them cry we are for assistance. And when we didn't have much, everybody liked us. That's why we don't believe that. When we see it on the media, yo, them coulda tried claim peace in my land. When we never see none of them when struggle me not go on. Yo, a kind of leader. Fight down poor people for land where them grow up on. Most generous people in the world. From anyone knocked, we are open with doors. But forever, forever and ever, a secret boy is my home. A secret boy is my own. Yeah. From the islands and rivers and mountains surrounding, the love in my heart is resounding. I'm loving Guyana, my country, but a secret boy is forever my own. Forever my own. A secret boy is my own. Secret boy is my own. Yeah. So forever, forever, forever. A secret boy is forever my own.
Oh yes, a lot of you gon' vex, but I tell you, sometimes you just got to listen. There's a child in every home and every community. They will grow up to be symbols of unity. They'll be colorblind to race and ethnicity. That's the vision of a leader like President Irfan Ali. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. For too long we've been fighting one another. It's race against race, but in the end the country suffer. Oh, we were born here, not in India nor Africa. But if we can't get along, the foreigners go eat we suffer. We must put an end to racism. Let it end now with this generation. Together we'll develop this nation. Make Guyana the gem of the Caribbean. Don't listen to them wicked politicians who will wake up today. Turn your dial for your phone. We're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. New reviews and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way.
Good morning to you. Welcome to another episode of Livewire. It is the 3rd of March. Could you believe it? We are 3 months into 2025. The year is progressing rapidly. And I want to say a special good morning to all the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. I want to say a special good morning to all the persons joining us across the diaspora. And even more so, extra special good morning to all those persons joining us in the comment section. Morning to you guys. Welcome to the program. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. A lot of stuff happening over the weekend. Some of which we will touch on today. But before I get into anything, let me address something I noticed. Quite a few comments under a post I made over the weekend. So, as persons would know, we had an incursion, so to speak, at the weekend in relation to a Venezuelan military vessel or something of the sort. And before I even get into what I want to say, I want to add that I was very pleased with the interactions between the government and the opposition in relation to this national issue. And I do feel that this issue is going to be handled in the best of ways through the Ali administration. And as you would know, the Guyanese government has moved to the ICJ for, again, a final ruling on this matter. And we've had several international bodies and organizations denouncing this action by Venezuela to, one, enter in our exclusive economic zone after the arbitral award, two, enter into our exclusive economic zone after the ICJ would have said, what was it? What is what I said? Something about having the what is normal remain normal in terms of what is set out there. Let it remain there until a judgment is made to either remove what is set out in the arbitral award or to maintain or whatever. Right? The ICJ gave that ruling. Nobody should act in any way that will change the status quo. But we see Venezuela reeling up, and we can let the government and those persons charged with that responsibility deal with it. But nevertheless, in relation to my post, so I posted a status, if we started to play Not to Blade the Grass yet. And I got a few persons on the there. I see, and the Guyanese hypocrite was on the there as well. Some persons were upset. They thought I was making a joke or something of the sort. What I want to say to some of you is this. As it relates to this country and its defense, right? And some of you may be mad at me after I say what God say, but that's fine. As it relates to this country and its defense, Not a Blade of Grass is the, what's the right term? It's probably the extent of some of the patriotism that would be exhibited by some Guyanese, right? So if today, tomorrow, there's a call for Guyanese to go and join the GDF or the reserve or whatever to defend the country, a lot of those persons playing Not a Blade of Grass ain't gonna show up. And that was my point. Not a Blade of Grass is often the most patriotism you can get out of some Guyanese. Right? Like that idiot Sherrod Duncan who equating being invited to a flag raising ceremony to being invited to a national discussion on the security of Guyana's sovereignty. Idiot. You understand? So everybody who was upset about my post in relation to, oh shucks, 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, in relation to Not a Blade of Grass, the post that I made, that is what I meant. A lot of the persons who playing the song, who gonna put on the jerseys, that is about it in relation to you defending the country. Right? That is about it. So that is what it meant. Some of us need to show patriotism beyond Dave Martin's song, beyond little posts on social media and those sorts of things. So I just wanted to bring some clarity. I wasn't trying to make a joke. I wasn't trying to be funny, but I was trying to show that some Guyanese, a lot more Guyanese, need to be a little more patriotic in relation to their country when it comes to it, other than just playing a song. That was my point. Right? So who's still vexed? That's y'all business, but I wanted to make it clear. Right? Good. So, first of all, what we dealing with? What we dealing with this morning? Good morning to all the people in the comment section. Special good morning to Pam and Trevor. Morning to you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning over there. Suknanan Bod, morning to you. Vishnu Chintaman. Generine Narendra, morning to you. Rahim Amarali. Chris, morning. Joan Abidjan, morning to you. Sally Jones, Sarah Mosley. Why are you scrolling? Oh. Sarah Mosley. Derek Drupal, morning to you. Philip Diabru Data, morning to you. Faisal Ghani, Feroz Wahid, morning to you. Philip Diabru, morning to you. Who else we got here? Henry Jagdio. Morning, 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 everybody. Morning, morning, morning. So as I said, there was a meeting between the opposition and the government in relation to this issue in our waters. Special good morning to Miss Rita Little as well, Mr. and Mrs. Little out of Mocha. And we had several statements denouncing this action by Venezuela from the U.S. State Department, CARICOM, the OAS, I think the Organization of Latin American States or something like that, I think. But quite a few statements coming out denouncing this action by Venezuela. And the president would have had several meetings almost immediately after this threat was detected with the members of the joint services, the National Security Council, again, the opposition, CARICOM, and all these agencies and bodies who have spoken out about this unprovoked, unjust incursion, right, into our exclusive economic zone. It's sad, though, I must say that it took this to see this, what we're seeing on the screen. If you understand what I'm saying again, I don't know, sometimes I speak in parables, you know. So sometimes before y'all attack anything, I say, must listen to it again and see if you catch it. But I'm saying it is sad that this had to be the reason for this that we're seeing on the screen. You know, it would have been wonderful if we could have had a bipartisan approach to development, a bipartisan approach about economic policies in the nation. But nevertheless, Aubrey Norton, I want to say thank you for being an adult. Thank you for stepping up in relation to ensuring that the Venezuelans, the Venezuelan government, whoever it is, understands that Guyana is unified on this issue. Guyana is unified. And we're not relinquishing Essequibo or any part of this country to anybody. It is all ours. And some of us, as I said before, more than others, willing to defend it on various levels. Right? So again, this was just after that briefing with the opposition leader, Aubrey Norton, and His Excellency President Mohamed Irfan Ali, in relation to that incursion that took place. But what I want to show y'all, right? What I want to show y'all is the idiocy of some persons in relation to this matter. And the fact that for some reason, these guys can't separate political issues from national issues. Right? They can't separate political issues from national issues. So I just telling y'all about Aubrey Norton being the bigger man. And probably this is why Aubrey Norton could have done this, because he's the bigger man. Right? Because he's the bigger man. This other guy might not even be a man. So this could be the reason for this idiocy. Now, as I was saying to you guys, I couldn't understand how Mr. Duncan could have equated the two, right? So whilst Aubrey Norton meeting with the president, Aubrey Norton has some relevance in terms of being the opposition leader. He in charge of things somewhat. Remember, Granger still had the list of Granger could booty from Parliament still. But he's the opposition leader, and he met with the president as opposition leader, along with, I guess, his shadow foreign affairs, Amanza, and I guess the shadow legal affairs, whoever that person is. Look at this idiot Sherrod Duncan. Right? Look at this idiot Sherrod Duncan. And this is why I tell y'all, these people have no place in real politics, because I've got to scratch my head sometimes. How they assess things is so retarded, right? Now, Sherrod Duncan's post, the same President Irfan Ali who did not invite the leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, and opposition members of parliament to the national flag raising ceremony last week, suddenly wants to meet on the Venezuelan military vessel in Guyana's waters this week. How are the two similar in any way, shape, or form? First of all, based on my knowledge, there was a statement from the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport speaking to the flag raising ceremonies and any issues or things they may have overlooked during that ceremony. Right? The Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport took full responsibility for any logistics, invitational, wherever it is, issues they may have had at the flag raising ceremony. But an idiot like Sherrod Duncan, who get fired from the Guyana Chronicle for spending up the money that he wasn't supposed to spend, equating a Venezuelan military vessel in Guyana's sovereign area to attending a flag raising ceremony. Flag raising is important. I understand. They got a right to be upset. They should have been invited. But think about it. Imagine if Sherrod Duncan was the opposition leader. This idiot. Imagine if Sherrod Duncan was the opposition leader. Because Sherrod didn't get invited to the flag raising, Sherrod didn't want to hear nothing but no Venezuelan vessel. That was it. He washed his hands in the matter. Remember, he couldn't go to the party and enjoy the free drinks and enjoy himself. So because he couldn't benefit from that, he doesn't want to hear about the Venezuelan vessel. These are the persons who are representing the Alliance for Change that will come to you later this year and say, vote for us, put us in a position of power. Could you imagine an idiot like Sherrod Duncan as a minister of government? Huh? That policy is going to change every time he bumps raise up. Every time his bumps raise, his policies will change. If you talk to him a little wrong or he feels slighted by you, Sherrod ain't dealing with you no more. And this is what we're getting from this post here. Aubrey Norton, according to Sherrod, should be upset because he didn't get an invite to the flag raising ceremony. And according to what I understand here, should not have probably attended the Venezuelan the meeting in relation to this incursion. You understand me? The boy is a lunatic. Now, he goes on to say, the vessel is there because we have a pacuin to Cuba Lodge. So he's talking about Minister Todd. Now, remember, Minister Todd, we know everything that's going on. We know about the court case. We know who we approach internationally in relation to help for this matter. These kinds of things. Y'all remember when we had another foreign affairs minister? We didn't even know that they collect 18 million US and gone to the CCG allegedly to spend the money. Right? So that's in relation to Cuba Lodge. It goes on to say, and Chandrapal Drive. So you're talking about the president now. When we had Granger Danger, they keeping stuff from me until he get catch to let we know what was the plan in relation to this ICJ thing and all kind of foolishness. What did Granger do that was so outstanding in relation to handling this matter here in relation to Venezuela? The military president, El Militaro, with all the tactics and things they send you to learn and all kind of thing. What we do, what outstanding was done? What non-Pacu-like behavior was exhibited by Granger? Them planes that he buy that come in pieces that never, some of them never fly yet. The drones that he buy that gonna fly for half now for the GDF that can't even make it to the border from Ghana. That's what that, yeah. Look, Sherrod is an idiot. You hear me? Sherrod is an idiot. And the people who just sit down and listen to these banner, now, the last part is what jump out at me. Once the dangerous pass, back to normal. Cuss we out from dawn till dusk. Damn hypocrites. Sherrod, what you want people to do? Praise your idiocy? Praise the lunacy? Sherrod, you hear the presentations of Annette Ferguson. You hear presentations from Nima Flubess. The most retarded things you've ever heard. You've heard calculations from Amanza. You hear calculations from this idiot from Region 2. The short one, man. Sherwin Holder. You want people to praise the lunacy? You hear Corrector McDonald can't even keep up with the budget presentation to be on the same topic or line item so that she could question it properly. You hear, brother. So yes, I agree that the government should stop cursing you all about your stupidity for now and deal with the Venezuelan matter. And once that is settled, go back to cursing you for being so stupid. Imagine, Sherrod, y'all have a David Patterson with all the allegations of corruption commenting on corruption, procurement process, and the man who invalid the procurement process commenting and complaining about people who allegedly invalid the procurement process. So yes, you have to get cussed out because the level of stupidity displayed by the opposition, right, is unprecedented. Unprecedented. Y'all, let's take, this is not even 2.2. This is 6.2. The new beta version of stupid when it comes to y'all. But anyway, all right, Sherrod. So, so anyway, listen. Y'all don't come for me. This is a public photo. Public photo. Nobody don't come for me. Now, here is why he's saying, brethren and sistrins. Here is why he's saying to y'all right now. And tell me if I'm wrong. So you can imagine I go out with my wife or my girlfriend or something. You understand me? To spend time. This is the person I love. And the first thing that can come to me mind to paint when I sip, I remember alcohol, the spirits is a serious bumps raiser. You hear what I'm telling y'all? The spirits, whether it's wine, liquor, beer, it is raise bumps. So could you imagine I go out with the mother of me children to sip wine and enjoy life and be in her presence, enjoy her beauty? You understand me? And instead, I try to paint a picture of this beautiful woman next to me. I go in and paint the pride rainbow. Big up all the pride people. Me got nothing wrong with y'all. But all I'm saying is I'm glad that Sherrod stayed true to himself. Although he may be misleading a few persons, in his heart, he knows where his heart is and what he really desires in this life. Look, the lady painting some nice flowers, you know, like, oh, Sherrod, I want you to pick these for me. Me buy nigga rainbow in them. You understand me? Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Whoever had this sip on paint? Look. Bro, I am glad that you are not hiding your true self. You are embracing it without fear, favor, affliction, or ill will. Carry on, Sherrod. Carry on. And to the beautiful young lady next to you, bless your little heart for accepting him as he is. Bless your heart. Right? Gentle Jesus, bless you. Because you know you got the worries there. Look. Oh my goodness. Sharish. Anyway, let me leave these people alone. Let's go on to other matters happening around our city. Somebody said the queen showing his or her true colors. And that is what is important. See this life? You cannot live this life to please anybody. You got to please yourself. So what Sherrod has done there is please himself. You're staying true to yourself, brother. And I think that's very important. You understand? Persons must accept you for who you are. And I will say this, Sherrod. Come out the closet. You in a glass case, brother. We seeing straight through the closet. You stop. Come out. You in a glass case. You're not in a closet. We seeing what's going on, brother. You understand? So don't be afraid. You come out. Come out. We accept you. Whoever on the thing deal with you, but come out, brother. Come out, my brother. This is not no. You have no closet arrangement. You are in a glass case. We seeing through the glass case. We see you as who you are. We see the sign. And this could be a sign for help, you know. This could be a sign for help. This could be a sign Sherrod showing that he want help. He trying to get out. He know he doing that. See, he just try to get out. Right? So somebody walk it out. Walk it out. In other news, oh, Lord of mercy. In other news, people. So, I think it was last week we saw the resignation of Ms. Kassoud. And several months ago, we saw the evaporation of Ms. Kassoud, the disappearance, the nothingness. Remember, you could have seen Ms. Kassoud at statutory meeting. You could have seen she and Lyndon going on. No, we haven't seen her. I was worried for her safety, but when I saw the resignation letter, I said, well, at least this is a sign of life. You know, she's around. But we have another resignation. The former honorable minister, former honorable member of parliament, former general secretary of the PNCR has thrown in the towel. Amna has given up, y'all. So Amna resigns over leadership failures. Right? Now, long-standing PNCR member Abna Ali has resigned, citing deep dissatisfaction with the leadership of Aubrey Compton Norton. Now, calls for Norton and his executive team to resign have went unanswered. People are saying that this team, led by Aubrey Norton, has brought serious shame to the party. And as you all remember, the scandals were abound. Now, Amnali also describes the PNCR's treatment of women as unacceptable, despite, according to her, women being the backbone of the party. Now, you remember Dawn Hastings got locked out of Congress Place. I think she was in a jail. She was cheerpoor, somebody. But she had some big position. She got locked out of Congress Place. Y'all remember when did they lose the pit bull of a... No, don't let me do that. Y'all remember when they lose Dr. David Hines on Gita? Every time you say Gita, why y'all go Gita? Right? You remember they lose Dr. David Hines on Gita? Gita's a slave catcher. Gita's a this. Gita's a that. Now, Ali's resignation, again, as I said, comes days after Vanessa Kissoon. All of these persons have decided to step down because of the growing internal divisions within the PNCR. There has been rising discontent among the senior members with private and public complaints about Norton's leadership. These resignations signal a deepening fractures within the opposition party. Now, Ali specifically pointed out an incident where Vanessa Kissoon, Sharma Solomon, the mayor there in Linden, and Cheryl Sampson were publicly insulted and humiliated. Now, this happened during the National Congress of Women. Now, this event was held at Congress Place, and the party's leadership failed to condemn it. The behavior was described as disgraceful, and Ali arguing, not Ali, different Ali, LLY and EELI, right, argued that the PNC's leadership actively undermines women's roles in the party. And I am saddened that people like Simona Brooms, before she going to start this new party, people like Amanza weren't speaking up for the women in the party. Where was the Tantario, Valda Lawrence, to speak up for the women in the party? Where's the oil and gas advisor? Y'all remember how the lady cussed out Tamika Garrett, the reporter? You hear how nice that girl call her? So even some of the women in the party warish. Now, Ali would have voiced her concerns about senior women in the party repeatedly voicing their concerns about the treatment they're receiving both publicly and privately. There have been calls for a change in leadership to salvage the PNCR's future, but based on their track record, we already know that's unsalvageable. Now, this has been the second high-profile resignation in 1 week. And again, this signals the serious internal turmoil that the PNC is facing. Norton has failed to unify the party and is alienating senior members. The opposition remains divided, making it difficult, outside of their lack of policy plan vision, to put a strong challenge to the government in any way, shape, or form. You know what it is to have nothing to look back on and say, hey, look at that. We did that for you. We're coming back to do that and more. Because you are in there 5 years ensuring your pig farm set up. You get money for barbershop. You're renting drug barn for millions of dollars to hold condoms and lube. I don't know if this man had an arrangement with Diddy for storing the lubricants and the well, I here the good Diddy had condoms, lube. I don't know if Guyana had some contract with Bad Boy Entertainment to store lubricants, but we the paying Guyanese people. We were paying over $12 million a month to store lubricant. You understand me? Now, Ali's resignation raises questions about Norton's ability to lead. Mind you, whilst she would have just resigned, you've noticed most of the persons under the last administration, you don't even see them in the background. You don't see Harmon, none of them. You don't really see none of them. They got a few relics from the PNC's last administration that's still around. Valda, you know, she like Valda. You got Valda. Norton was a junior functionary. He was the advisor. Could you imagine that 2015 to 2020, Aubrey Norton was the presidential advisor on youth. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? Aubrey Norton was the presidential advisor on youth. Now, what's the future for the PNCR? We're wondering, what y'all think? More resignations coming? Do y'all think that the PNCR could recover from these internal fractures? Or do you think the party heading for like a greater collapse? It can implode on itself? In the final words of Miss Amna Ali. And you know, the funny thing with Amna always known for these grandiose statements. So in her resignation letter, at the end, she said, "Let the drums roll. Let the drums roll," suggesting a reckoning is coming for the PNCR. You understand? But you remember in Parliament, bring it on! Bring it on! Look, Miss Ali, you know, try. Let me go and deal with another PNCR worries. So I want to jump over to this fellow. Right? I want to jump over to this fellow. And the mayor is an okay person outside the city hall. He's an okay person. But when it comes to his job, in terms of the fact that he's been on the council for years, he would have served on the previous PNC mayors, and he has basically continued the legacy of former PNC mayors of practically doing almost literally nothing in the capital city for their tenure, right? Ubraj Narain was a complete waste, and will be a waste in the future. Has no legacy in the capital city to point to other than a few news articles where he pull gun upon people and flip over a car on any city roads. You understand? No legacy whatsoever. And I want to say to you here this morning, Mayor Mentor is a part of the long-standing failure of City Hall. Y'all tag him, tell him I said so. He is a part of the long-standing failure at City Hall. Now, just to reiterate, the Georgetown Mayor and City Council has a decades-long history of mismanagement, corruption, and financial irresponsibility. And Mayor Alfred Mentor has been a part of the system throughout its decline. Now, the mayor is now pretending to care about property valuation. But where was this urgency when City Hall was wasting millions, failing to deliver basic services and mismanaging tax revenues? Up to now, they ain't got a system that could properly tell you all who pay taxes and all who didn't pay taxes. And you trying to reevaluate property to get more money from who? Briefly this morning, I was looking at a press conference that the mayor did, talking about 45% of persons in the city owe taxes, something to that extent. But I'm saying to you, sir, probably at least 43% out of the 45% you talking about is Malik or is Malachi, but the company that owned the land that Congress placed on Malik or Matai, not Matai, don't let me say that for the Sunni. Is Malik Incorporated. If any of them counselors on this live, just please help me with the right name of the company that the land that Congress places is registered on under. Now he talking about 45% of the people in the capital city defaulting on taxes, when the party he representing is most likely 43% of the total cost owed to the city. This is a clear case of the pot talking about the kettle bottom and the pot bottom black noise. How you could be representing a party that owes so much taxes and you running down the regular man? You bring yourself into good standing first. You shouldn't even want to be a mayor representing a political party that owed the mayor and city council taxes. You've not heard this mayor say anything about approaching Malik Enterprise or whatever the organization name in relation to the PNC taxes. We don't even know if the mayor pay the phone bill he go to Africa with a run up. I got to call and find out. You understand me? So, again, the mayor is a key part of the problem. A key part of the problem. Now, under successive PNCR control administrations, City Hall has become synonymous with financial chaos, non-transparency, and incompetence at the highest level. And Mayor Mentor was there throughout it all. Mayor Mentor was there throughout it all. Mayor Mentor sit down there and listen to Ubrad say, you can't put Heil in people's hand who already got Heil. And incorrect. Didn't correct the man, left the man. Got Ubrad stock and stupidness all over the capital city. Now, just let me make it clear. City Hall is in no position to talk about tax fairness. Mayor Mentor is suddenly concerned about property owners not paying their fair share. Yet City Hall itself has consistently failed to collect taxes from major defaulters. Mainly Malik Enterprise or Incorporated or whoever only plays by Congress plays there. There have been numerous reports of tax dodging under the watch of PNCR-backed mayors, where businesses closely aligned with the opposition have been allowed to operate without paying their fair share. The same City Hall that mismanaged funds for decades now wants to act as the champion of tax fairness. The hypocrisy is astounding. Duplicitous, Mr. Mayor. Duplicitous. He want business people to come in and sit down in his office and discuss the tax deduction and all kind of nonsense. No. Come up with something across the board for everybody, so everybody know what's going on. We want no back room and under the table deals, brother Mayor. You have to treat with these matters differently, sir. You have to treat with these matters differently. Malquack or something. Myquack, I think it is. Myquack. Right. You got to treat with these matters differently. You have to treat with Myquack. Let Myquack pay the bill. And at least you know you got 2 years worth of your budget. Could you imagine these people's budget is 3 billion. Myquack owes 6 billion plus. City Hall yearly budget is around 3 billion. Myquack owes 6 billion plus. You know how much work you could do in the capital city, Mr. Mayor? You know how much work you could do? You could actually leave the chair of mayor not like Ubraj Narain. You could leave the seat of mayor without Georgetown people having a bitter taste in the mouth towards you like they have of Oubrage Narain. You could use that money to build something that your grandchildren or your children or whoever could say, well, you know, my father, my grandfather was a mayor. He didn't do much, but that's something he built. Now, what you have to understand, all of this is political gamemanship in an election year. The timing of this request is no coincidence. With elections approaching, the PNCR and its operatives are desperately trying to manufacture a narrative to distract from their own failures. So they can try to raise property value in the city. I say, look what Ali doing. He said it. They said they ain't gonna do it, but look. Mentor's real goal is not tax fairness. It's political theater. Theater guild. You hear what I tell y'all? It's not even a big stage. You can't say culture center. It's a small stage production. Theater guild. This is political theater to create an unnecessary controversy and falsely frame the government as unwilling to engage. You understand what I'm telling you? Why did Mentor suggest this to Oubrage Narain when the PNC government, APNU, WPA government was in office and they had no hindrances to reassess property value, raise property value, pay off my quack, everything that they could do, fix up the stelling that fall and nearly kill people out there, everything that they are complaining about, everything. You had Oubrage Narain, you had, who was the Minister of Communities? Bulkan, and then had somebody else. You had the minister, you had Granger Danger, you had Harmon. You had everything in your favor, and you ain't do nothing. Now you come in to tell people, so listen to me. The PVPC government has always supported structured development and proper taxation, but it will not allow political opportunists to shift blame for decades of failure onto Irfan Ali administration. Now, let's look at City Hall's financial management. It has been well documented. So, Mr. Mayor, instead of blaming the Vice President, Mayor Mentor should explain why City Hall has repeatedly misused funds meant for the city's development. Millions have disappeared over the years, yet Mentor has never accounted for the financial mess left behind by previous PNCR mayors. When last y'all ever hear an audit at City Hall? Where was this outrage when businesses friendly to the PNCR were getting away with tax evasion? Outside of tax evasion, we know certain PNC, AFC people, whether the chicken is selling or not. And mind you, the chicken is selling because in them time, there was the top chicken. The chicken is selling, but it still had to get tax write-off. Chicken is selling loud, spicy and original. Remember the chicken used to have it, the crust used to sit thick. Look. So, in my view, in my personal opinion, the Vice President is right to call out this hypocrisy by the mayor and the PNC councillors. Right? Dr. Jagdio is correct in challenging this sudden concern over property valuations. Because if City Hall was serious about tax fairness, it wouldn't have let properties remain undervalued for over 2 decades. The mayor conveniently ignored tax collection failures for years, but now wants to blame the government for a problem his own administration failed to address. If Mayor Mentor is truly committed to development, he would focus on fixing City Hall's incompetence first, rather than trying to score political points against the government. Remember, you were in this race against the government, Mayor. At you level, you stop, man. Right? At the municipal level in Georgetown, you stop, man. So I don't know what you're doing. Fix your house, brother. Now, I want to share something with you, Mayor Mentor. Right? I want to share something with you. Somebody please tag the mayor. Please. I want you to understand that the PPPC government is focused on real development and not political gimmicks. Right? So people getting things that are tangible, they could touch, they're seeing value in that, bringing value to them. Unlike City Hall, the PPPC government has been investing in real development, fixing roads, drainage, and key infrastructure across Georgetown. The government does not need lectures on taxation from an administration that has been failing for years. At no point they had a PPP mayor in the capital city. At no point. Right? So under the PNC, under the PPP, under the APNU, AFC, WPA, AFC, PNC, whatever they call themselves, I'm back under the PPP now. It was always PNC mayors and always doing stupidness. Again, the PPPC remains committed to transparency, fair taxation, proper evaluation of properties, but it will not be manipulated by political operatives looking for a scapegoat. At the end of this, I reiterate to you all looking at this program. This move by the mayor, this is nothing more than a desperate political distraction from City Hall's repeated failures under PNCR control. The vice president is absolutely right to call out the hypocrisy. Mentor has been a part of City Hall's dysfunction for years. Years. And now he's trying to rewrite history. No, Mr. Mentor. You are a part of the problem. Maybe you should remove yourself. And that's the thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. You, Dennis Miller, y'all go y'all way and let some new PNC people come in the man. Let me see if they got some new ideas or they got a little sense or something. Y'all go y'all way, man. Jesus Christ. We are holding on to for y'all being this for years. I hear the council stipend is not nothing big. Go y'all way, buddy. Let some young people come in the place and Jesus. I want to say this to y'all clearly. This is my final thought on the matter. When you look at the two, the government and the opposition, you can clearly see, despite whatever feelings you got inside, however you feel, you can clearly see the PPPC government is working on real solutions for Guyana's development, while the opposition continues to play political games. That is it. Continues to play political games. So Alfred Mentor cannot come to you and say, look at what we did. We did well. Vote for us to be mayor again because of what we did. No, they will come to persons in the capital city and ask them to vote based on this. The color of the skin, by matching up. You understand me? He's not going to say, look all these things we do in the capital city. Look all these things. Look, flooding in the capital city is no more because we're doing the drainage work we're responsible for. Right? He can't say we do over the cemetery road. He can't say we're putting in the drainage at Princess Street there, the big concrete drain they put in there. He can't say we went into Alberton and do all those streets in there. Look at what we did at City Hall. Look at our accomplishments. He can't say he going to Kitty and dig none of the drains. He can't say that under his watch, he finally opened Kitty Market, this banner. And this was tell you, some of them is complete waste. One project you can't pull off, brother. One project under your tenure you can't pull off that Guyanese could look up. Not even Guyanese. Don't worry with the rest of Guyana. One project that people in the capital city could look and say, well, yes. I hear somebody, I can't remember his way, talking about some arch they clean up at the head of Brick Dam or some. Look, listen. Y'all really need to reassess what is important. Because clearly, the Lulu. So, we have another Ubraj the right in the making. Only thing, this one is more eloquent and he has a better command of the English language. And he often speaks of treating with things, but does nothing about it. I am so hoping that the persons in the capital city get sense the next local government elections and see how the city is run under different administration. Look at what you've been getting for decades. Border Market, Stabrook Market, East Penitence Market, all those places. Look at what y'all been getting for decades. And you, oh gosh, you want to try something new? You want to try something new? Could you imagine roads, drains, but they're doing some garbage collection. But all these things that you're seeing, it's hard. There may be a few potholes in the city still, but it's hard to find them. Most of the roads are done and to a good quality. City Hall can't take credit for none of that. None of that. Look, they're doing the drain or the road at Sussex Street. Jesus Christ, mentor. Oh, partner, man. You don't want, Jesus. You really mean to leave this place like Annette Ferguson? You really mean to leave this place like Annette Ferguson? That can turn and tell me about a blasted bridge till in Maruka and can't say what she do for the people right around she, which she's supposed to be looking out for? May mentor, please go into Newtown Kitty by where Pride Bacchus living there. He has some drainage issues, right? Pride Bacchus does making videos, cussing, and abusing. I am saying, I'm appealing to you, Mayor Mentor. I'm appealing to you to please visit Newtown Kitty, Diablo Street, by where Mr. Pride Bacchus is living, and look at the drainage works there. Because remember, Pride does abuse him bad, they ain't this, the place flood, watch the school, watch this, watch that. Right? But I honestly feel Pride knows who is responsible, but he just wanted fixed. And I could understand as a resident, you realize the people who are supposed to be doing the work, you just wanted fixing your community. And oftentimes the government has to step in and fill that gap. But Mr. Mentor, I am asking you on behalf of Mr. Pride Bacchus from Newtown Kitty, Diablo Street, please go and see what's going on in there. So you could stop tagging me in the flood thing. I don't work at City Hall. That's your work, sir. You go and get your engineer and everybody else who getting a salary at City Hall, and y'all go there and see what's wrong with Pride Bacchus drains them and the school at the corner there, Garnet Street and Diablo Street. Go and see what's going on there, please. Complete waste. Mind you, at this press conference, he mentioned he got some Saul, Hines, and Miller. Saul, let me tell you something. You know, people are just song smart. So he speaks slowly. So, Mr. Mayor, the man should be paid. Pay the man. That's the last time I hear Saul talk. Now, mind you, this was a contractor who quote one price to City Hall. Go back, do additional work, and quote them another price without permission from the town clerk, the engineer, nobody. And this is Saul. Yes, pay the man, pay the contractor. That's the kind of foolishness that head in the finance committee at City Hall. Could you imagine you hire a man to build a bungalow for you? Just so y'all can understand. You hire a man to build a flat 3-bedroom house for you. This man decide that, I don't need a 3-bedroom house. I build a 2-story house for you. Builds a 2-story house you without your permission. And then comes to tell you, hey, you got to pay me. You understand? You got to pay me. And then your wife, this as in Saul, who operating as the wife, the head of the finance department, come and say, pay the man, he built a 2-story building and we wanted one, you still pay him. How retarded is that? How retarded is that? You understand me? Not David Hines. Jeez, what is this guy name? Clayton Hines. Another worries. Clayton Hines was in Sapphire when the PNC them under the housing minister, under the last PNC AFC government, broke down them people house in Sapphire. And these wretches talking about Mocha still. They was on the ground doing interviews. When they broke down the people place said, yes, it had to happen. Clayton Hines is another worries that really does nothing for the Sapphire area that you in. So could you imagine an activist and a colony name, Andre Jackman? Could you believe an activist of Andre Jackman has done more in Plum Park, that Plum Park area, in terms of getting drains clean, putting up street lights, than a worries Clayton Hines in the decades that he has been there? Every time I brack out Clayton Hines, what we do lately in Plum Park? Well, you know, we have a lot of restraints and pontification. A pack of worries. That's the long and short of it. A pack of worries. You don't get no new ideas, no innovation. You don't feel no sense of hope when you're dealing with these people. You understand? I guess this is how they plan to win hearts and minds. With this foolishness. This is how they plan to win hearts and minds, with this foolishness. But as y'all saw in the last LG, the seats, the disbursements of the seats in the capital city is changing rapidly. And I feel more and more persons in the capital city are seeing the mayor and the team for the clown show that they are. This is the ringleader of the circus in the capital city. This is the man with the top hat. You understand? And the rest of PNCR councillor clowns sitting around the table at him. Look, they got a councillor. The first time I hear she voices the other day that they had some memorial for Bornham or something. I swear to God. Listen. I swear to God. They got some councillors at the city hall there on the PNC side. Never hear the voice. Never hear the voice. Raising an issue or concern in the community. Garaway and them people is here all the time. Clayton Hines, Leon Sall. Oh God, who's another one? They got another dark-skinned bald head guy. Can't remember his name, but he very vocal. You hear me? But Travis Ellis, they got one that is sit down between Alfonso and I think this other guy from Bisham. They got girl, that's the girl I'm talking about. Never hear this girl raise her voice at council to say anything about your constituency, anything, nothing. They got a Slimmy in the back bench next to dancing. I think she's Van Sortim or something like that. Never hear her voice in the council. Dexter Fort is another worries. The only time you can hear Dexter Fort voice is in front of GCOM. Anything with no, a lie. Dexter Fort raised some stupidness the other. Even the mayor had to say, "Bye, sit down, you talk." Right? I think Dexter and his family. The kind of stupidness Dexter's talk is Dexter and his family. It gotta be. Yeah, what I telling you? You don't hear nothing from them. They got a banner. Oh, geez, Yahweh. Listen, I don't know these people's names. Because you don't get... I know Mentor I was talking. Denise Miller, that's the deputy mayor. She just cheers sometimes, and sometimes you get some comments from her. You understand? Garaway, he very vocal. The dark-skinned bald-head guy that I tell you about, vocal as well. Clayton Hines, he too vocal. Clayton Hines just literally get up and repeat what somebody just said. What you doing? What you doing, brother? Very vocal. But they got some of these guys on the council literally serving no purpose. Travis Ellis is the chief cook and bottle washer. Serving no purpose. He just like the committee he cheering. The cemetery committee. Because he dead in there. No action. No rigor mortis take over Travis. Travis, no action. He got lockjaw. He can't talk. You understand? While the people in Charleston suffering. Poor garbage collection. They maintain any parapets. Y'all need to do better. Guys, I out here. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see you here tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you all for tuning into the program. Thank you for the continued support. Make sure you check out Randy's program yesterday, The Man Behind His Emotions. If you're interested in the books that he's giving away, you could call the number on the screen that you're seeing on the rebroadcast and let him know, and he'll make contact with you. We have some new programming coming to you in a few weeks, so look out for that. Remember, if you have your event and you're looking for audio rental, check out Livewire Audio Rentals. We cover all events. The sound is shocking, people, and the rate is good. Don't forget iSecure Security Services if you need security for your home or business, executive close protection, you got gun cleaning, spa service, fumigating and sanitizing, all that stuff. Check them out. Don't forget this Wednesday as well. We're back behind the agenda with myself and Joel Bagwadin, taking you through the paces, breaking it down for you, giving you a better understanding of the plans, policy, and the progress that you're seeing here in Guyana through and under a PPPC-led administration. And again, if you're looking to get the car washed and detailed, check out Exclusive Car Wash. They're located on East Rumvelt, lot 623 Front Road, East Rumvelt, or you could call them on 612-4871, and they offer a host of services, MMG as well, pay your bills and things like that. Check them out. check them out. That's it. Yes, I think that's it. We done with you, Mr. Mayo. Y'all have a wonderful day. Continue to be good Guyanese. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree,